Bass 6 is often referred to as a guitar bass hybrid. It made its debut in early 1960s. It's made by Fender, and this instrument is like a unique addition to their lineup. It bridged the gap between the bass and the guitar. Its distinctive six strings and a longer scale length, longer than a typical guitar at least, the Bass 6 brought a new dimension to their music arsenal. In the mid-60s, George Harrison and John Lennon of the Beatles embraced the Bass 6 and introduced it to the world in tracks like Hey Jude, Back in the USSR. The instrument's rich, deep tones added a unique flavor to the already groundbreaking sound of the band. It typically seemed that George or John used the Bass 6 when Paul was on another instrument, like piano or drums, and the navigation between traditional lead lines and bass-like accompaniments really showcased the instrument's versatility. It added a unique dimension to their evolving sound. Back in the USSR. Fast forwarding to the post-punk era of the late 70s and 80s, we find The Cure. The Bass 6 became an integral part of their signature sound. Tracks like Wish, Pictures of You showcase the hauntingly beautiful tones that only the Bass 6 can deliver, and it really added something special to their music. In Pictures of You, the Bass 6 really isn't confined to a traditional bass role. Instead, it takes on a melodic identity, intertwining with the lead guitar, other instruments to create a tapestry of sound. The precise and emotive playing on the instrument really provides a deep, almost like cavernous backdrop to Robert Smith's introspective lyrics. Now moving on to a more modern take on the instrument, we move on to the genre of math rock. The Bass 6, with its extended range and versatility, really becomes a great tool for the band This Town Needs Guns. It's not just a bass, it's a bridge between rhythm and melody for them. And it really is just like a puzzle piece that fits seamlessly into their already intricate compositions. What really sets TTNG apart is their embrace of the unconventional, I think. Their Bass 6 often is seen as a niche instrument, but for them it really becomes a central piece of many of their songs. It's a testament to their willingness to really push the boundaries and explore possibilities that instruments like this Bass 6 bring to the table. Interestingly, Hank from TTNG actually uses a homemade Bass 6, which he DIY'd from a short scale Squier Jaguar bass.
So what I did was I got hold of a short scale bass. This specific bass I bought brand new from GAC. It's a Squier Jaguar bass, but it's one of the vintage modified short scale range, and it's very much as it was when I bought it. I've changed very little. All I have changed is I've taken out the machine heads, filled in the holes with dowel, drilled 6 new holes, put normal everyday guitar machine heads in, and then I've taken out the nut, replaced it with a 0 fret and a string guide. Like, the strings don't rest on the nut, they rest on the fret, which was easier for me than actually filing my own nut, because that's a bit of a tricky job and I'm a total noob, so I would have screwed it up. And then I fixed the tailpiece through the body because the actual pressure of the strings was kind of pulling it away from the body. Other than that, everything else is stock.
Lastly, in the most modern use, I would say, of the Bass 6, we have the band Loathe, which is an extremely popular band right now. They're known for their genre-blending approach of shoegaze and metal as well as other genres, and they incorporate the Bass 6 to, I would say, probably almost all their songs, and add a dark and menacing undertone to their sound. I think it's really the instrument's low end that contributes to the band's main sound, and it's used in place of traditional guitars in a lot of their songs. I think Loathe really could be using 7 or 8 string guitars, but they choose to use the Bass 6 along with, I think, a 4-string bass for the most part, which I think is super interesting that they choose this over 7 or 8 strings. That, along with the weird tunings, really sets them apart from other bands that use the Bass 6. And I think today Loathe is a huge part of why these sell really well, especially this Sub-Zero Rogue 6 that I'm holding here.